What's going on, guys? Eddie at Fliptroniks. I'm going to be talking about if the Samsung Galaxy A80 is worth buying in 2020. Okay, so I think this is one of the most underrated Samsung phones to come out in the last 6 to 12 months. It's got a lot of features of a flagship phone, but it only sells for around $400, which makes it a really good buy. Now, I'm going to cover some of the basic specs on it. I'm going to, show you some of my recorded video, do some gameplay with it, and also have a link in both the description and comments if anyone wants to check out the latest prices for this phone on Amazon. All right, so as far as design goes, it's got an all-glass design. It's got Gorilla Glass on the front, but it's got a 48 megapixel back camera on it, which makes it, pretty spectacular for taking pictures. And then when it comes to recording video, you can do 1080p by 30 frames and 60 frames. Then you can do 2160p by 30 frames per second. So I mean, as far as like recording video and taking pictures, this phone is phenomenal. So anyways, let me flip this thing over here, and I'm actually gonna pull up some of the pictures I took, but I do want to let you know too, it's a pretty big phone. It's got a 6.7 Super AMOLED display, and you get most of the display on this phone. You can see that it really doesn't like have a notch. So watching video and playing games on this phone is also pretty spectacular. Okay, anyways, let me pull up some pictures that I took. So I actually took some pictures of this like little Jigglypuff thing. It's kind of like in my house, but this was kind of just on the norm here. But I mean, Samsung phones always have good cameras. That's just how it's been. And this one, just gets the job done. So anyways, this was like a little recorded video I did of this like Jigglypuff thing. It's kind of like a little lamp, I guess you could say, but yeah, I'm just trying to show you some of it. But anyways, like I said, pictures and recording video on this phone, phenomenal. Now let's load up some Netflix here. I just want to show you some of the video quality on this phone, and let's just load this up. I think I was watching this earlier. All right, I'm also gonna get the volume turned up on here so you can kind of hear it, but it is a very loud phone for sure. Alright, so you are getting that full display on this. It's literally going notch to notch, and I mean, quality on here is just really good.
10-foot pole tree, the hell I will. Understood, John. We need a narrative, a story. Tree, you and I both know what's going on down there. It's just another manipulation they expect me to wrestle with on their behalf. Nicaragua is a cancer in our own landmass.
All right, I'm gonna get out of this. Okay, so just kind of going through this so far, I mean, if you're looking for a solid phone with a good price point, for recording videos and taking pictures, I mean, check. If you want a good phone for watching Netflix and YouTube videos, check. And if you want a phone that, it's got some really good sound quality, check. Now, I want to throw some gameplay up on here. We're going to do some Marvel Contest of Champions gameplay. I always like to get some gaming in, so I mean, I got to kind of keep that going here. And obviously, this is one of the best fighting games out there. And I've only got the basic characters right now unlocked. I've got Iron Man and Spider-Man, so we'll do our thing here against Cap. Make sure we're on full blast here. Pretty nice win right there. Alright, so the last thing I wanted to mention about this phone, the processor, it's got a Snapdragon 730 processor, which is pretty standard, nothing wrong with that, and that's obviously good enough to play a bunch of high graphic games like, Marvel Contest of Champions, COD Mobile, PUBG, Fortnite, you name it, but Samsung has released like a ton of different phones, especially in this A series. This is going to be one of the better ones, because it's got that big display on it, which just makes it really good for, watching video and playing games. The camera on it is phenomenal, like I said. So if you just want a phone for, taking pictures and recording videos, this phone definitely gets the job done. And then of course, Battery life on this phone is really good, but it's a good buy. I mean, 400-ish bucks, you know, for basically a flagship phone, you know, maybe not as popular as, like, you know, the S10 or the Note 10 or even the S20, which is coming out right now. It's still a really good buy in 2020. So anyways, I'll have links in both the description and comments if you guys want to check this one out. Also have a full written review on our website you can check. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one.